Hey everybody, today we've got Lou Bortone. He's a pioneer and thought leader in the video space since the launch of YouTube in 2005. He's helped thousands of entrepreneurs and companies create and leverage online video to build their brands and dramatically grow their revenues, i.e. lead generation. Prior to his industry leading work on the video marketing platform, Lou spent 20 years as a marketing executive in both television and entertainment industries, Hollywood, including stunts as a national promotion manager of E! Entertainment Television and senior vice president of marketing for Fox Family Worldwide in Los Angeles. Lou is a popular speaker, author, and ghostwriter of 6 business books. He's also the author of Video Marketing Rules: How to Win in a World Gone Video. You can learn more about Lou at loubortone.com, and it's my pleasure to have Lou here again today. Take it away, Lou.
Thank you, Cindy, and thanks everyone for being here. I love speaking with this group. I have a special place in my heart for realtors and folks doing what you do. So today we're going to talk about live video, and having just finished this presentation last night, I can tell you that it is fresh and up to date. But I like live video because I believe that it's the easiest way to start doing video. Thank you for the nice introduction, Cindy, so we don't have to go through that. I do want to go through a couple of general marketing trends before we talk about live video. Right now I'm getting a little beach ball here, so bear with me while we get our slides sorted out here. There we go. So a couple of things, just generally speaking, about marketing and video marketing that's happening this year and sort of in our post-pandemic world. And one of those is that taking a video first approach. So rather than thinking of video as an afterthought, you really ought to think about, how do I integrate this right from the get-go? How do I start with video? Where can I use video in my business? Because it has become such a huge, powerful, impactful way to get your message out there and communicate with your clients and prospects. Another trend is personalization. People like things that are personal, authentic, transparent, really geared to them. And live video is certainly one of those where you can kind of be yourself. And I call Facebook Live sort of a come as you are party. Another trend, which is good news for all of us who don't like editing, is that less is more video production is sort of coming into vogue, which means people are not as concerned with the bells and whistles and anything flashy. They want the information, they want answers, they want to get solutions to their problems. So that's also good news. And also that plays into live video because you don't really have to edit when you do live video. Another trend is sort of this real you videos. So again, that's live video. People want to see behind the scenes. They don't necessarily care what you or your background looks like. They just want, they just want the information. And lastly, short form videos like TikTok are really coming into vogue as well. And again, most of the audience for TikTok is very young. So you don't necessarily need to be on TikTok. You want to just sort of be aware that the trend towards shorter, as in 15 to 60-second videos, is really kind of taking over. And YouTube just launched something called YouTube Shorts, which is sort of their answer to TikTok. I have yet to do much on TikTok other than research it because, again, my audience isn't really that young and isn't there. So again, video is great to sort of think of it as the first thing you do because it's really the primary way we connect and engage in a pandemic world. It's also easy to repurpose. It's very easy to engage and connect with your audience with video. And video builds know, like, and trust faster than any other platform and can really accelerate the sales process. So I really tell all my clients and folks that I work with to start thinking video first. In fact, by 2022, this year, online videos will make up more than 82% of all consumer internet traffic, which is 15 times higher than it was just a few years ago. Again, when you ask consumers how they want to learn about a new product, whether that's a new listing or something on Amazon, short video is far and away the most preferred way to learn about a new product. And again, video also dominates social media, and this plays into live video as well. If you ask what type of content gets the best engagement on social media, it's far and away video, more than images, text, and everything else combined. Again, video marketing no longer needs high-end tech or a large production budget. Even large corporations with vast pockets are using cell phones to produce more relevant and genuine content. That's good news for those of us who are not, videographers or editors. Really, it's just use your phone. Done is better than perfect. Just get the content out there. In fact, it's also way more shareable. Videos are shared 1,200% more often than text and images combined. The other trend that really plays into what we're talking to today is really authenticity. And the demand for live video continues to grow. Facebook Live is an excellent tool to really connect and engage with your audience. Vlogging or video blogs are taking over traditional blogging. Live videos are also prioritized by the algorithms, whether it's YouTube Live, LinkedIn Live, or Facebook Live. Live videos are going to get more exposure and more play on those platforms. And tools like StreamYard, which I'll talk a little bit more about later, can really make your live videos look a lot more professional without adding a lot of layers of technology or complexity to it. When you think about live versus pre-recorded, live video is less formal, it's more flexible, it's kind of in the moment. In fact, with some software, you can go live simultaneously to Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn at the same time. Now, if you want to do pre-recorded video, obviously you've got a little bit more control. You can edit it, you can control exactly how it looks, but live video gives you that authenticity, that in the moment sort of, go on the fly. And you can use Zoom to record both live and pre-recorded videos. So you don't need a lot of fancy software. You can really use what you already have and what you're already using, which is good news. There's going to be 15 times more live video traffic this year than there was in 2017. So some of my students say, oh, did I miss the boat on this? Or is it too late to get involved? It's never too late to get involved with this. It's really just still in its relative infancy. Forbes says, don't overlook live video because on average, live videos on Facebook Live and Instagram Live keep your audience watching 3 times longer than pre-recorded videos. And the daily watch time for Facebook Live videos have quadrupled in a single year and produced 6 times as many transactions as traditional videos. So this is really a powerful way to use video, and it's a relatively easy way to use video. Oftentimes, and I can send this slide to Cindy if you want, or we can look at the recording, but oftentimes people say, I don't know what to use when I record video. Usually you can use Zoom for pretty much anything to record videos. For live videos, I use Facebook Live most of the time. LinkedIn Live is also is really up and coming. So it's really just a matter of what's the easiest way to get the message out there. As far as the length of video, this is a question I get all the time. It depends on your audience and your platform, but for live videos, really you can go longer. 10 to 15 minutes for Facebook Live or LinkedIn Live is ideal. So you have a little bit more time, you can be a little bit more casual. Again, longer videos actually work pretty well as live videos. But if you're just doing a regular video, the average length for the top 100 most watched videos on YouTube is between 5 and 7 minutes. So again, it really depends on the platform. If and when you do live video, which is also called live streaming, you want to make sure that you're consistent. If you can, if at all possible, go live once a week at the same time, that's perfect because it kind of gives you that appointment viewing. You can actually promote your live video ahead of time, just as if it was a seminar or a webinar. You can create an event page on LinkedIn or Facebook. If you're going live on Facebook, use your profile page because that's usually where you have the largest audience. And again, look at it like a webinar, even though it's live and it's less formal. You can promote it ahead of time, use your email and your social platforms to let folks know that you're going live. One of the things you can do on live videos is you can interact and engage with your viewers because you can kind of see people making comments. So I can, say, hey, Cindy, thanks for being here. I'm glad you were able to join us. So it's totally fine to kind of, recognize viewers and call them out while you're doing your lives. As I mentioned earlier, third-party apps like StreamYard or Be Live give you a little bit more flexibility in terms of being able to bring on guests or share your screens or things like that. And you can also repurpose and share your live videos with other software like repurpose.io. And the interesting thing about repeating or repurposing or rebroadcasting your live is that 2/3 of your audience is going to see the replay, not the live broadcast. So you may have, 20 people on the live broadcast watching, but ultimately there's going to be 60 people that watch that or 40 more that watch it after the live video. As far as what to do on video, we mentioned we've got video content cards offer with all kinds of prompts and ideas. But again, when you're doing video live, you can do interviews, you can do ask me anythings, you can do screen shares and show screens or preview properties or new listings. You can do behind the scenes. People love behind the scenes videos. So anytime you can take a viewer, and again, you can do this with your iPhone, anytime you can take them behind the scenes or on location, maybe you're doing a walkthrough of a property. In the moment, it's kind of cool if you just basically fire up your phone and go live right on the fly. Expert tips or anything else that you're promoting or working on. So really, the sky's the limit when it comes to what you can talk about on live video. And again, it's totally fine to welcome people by name. You can ask your viewers to, like and share the video, ask them to, hey, I'm going to be live for the next 15 minutes. So tell anyone that you want to come and join us. And again, you can preview the topic, but do start on time. One of the things that aggravates people who watch live videos is if you're saying, oh, we're going to wait till more people show up. That's not really fair to the people who showed up on time. So once you start your live video, you want to get right to it. You don't want to stall or wait for more people to come on. You can actually show viewer comments on the screen when you're using software such as StreamYard. Again, you can talk, like you're speaking to one person. You don't really have to do the radio voice or anything like that. You can ask questions. You can encourage participation. It's really very informal, which is what I like most about live video. You can repeat your introduction at about the 10-minute mark for folks who may have joined late. And like any other video, a live video should have a call to action at the end. You should basically ask your viewers to do something, whether it's to share the video, to go back to your website, to make an appointment, whatever it may be. Live video, like any other kind of video, should include a call to action. Again, there's a lot of benefits to live video, and what most people like about it is the ability to have more authentic interactions. It also adds a human touch to digital marketing. It plays on that personalization trend. It can be repurposed. You can get that real-time audience feedback. So there are a lot of benefits to live video that you don't get when you do pre-recorded videos. Facebook Live, again, I call it the low-hanging fruit of video because it's really easy to go live on Facebook with just a few clicks. You can just click the live video icon, same on your phone. You just click the live video icon and you can basically be ready to go. It's just like creating any other kind of Facebook post. You'll see on YouTube, you can also go live on YouTube. If you have a YouTube account and you go to the upper right, you'll see that there's a go live button. So if you want to record a YouTube video or a live video on the fly, you can do that. If you have a YouTube account, you can go live to YouTube as well. What I usually do is I use a tool called StreamYard, because StreamYard, which is my favorite streaming tool, it's very affordable and very easy to use. StreamYard allows you to go live to several platforms at once. So you're getting a lot of bang for your buck. You're getting a lot of repurposing. you're able to go to your Facebook profile, you're able to go to Facebook groups, you can go to your YouTube channel, you can go now to LinkedIn. So as long as you're doing a live, why not sort of get it out on as many platforms as possible, because you're giving your viewers many opportunities to see that video. And again, the benefit of StreamYard is that you can go live simultaneously to several platforms. It's really easy to set up. I have the account that allows you to go to 3 platforms at the same time. So I can create a broadcast ahead of time and then just go live at that time. They have what's called a little broadcast studio. And again, it's not very complicated. When you're in the broadcast studio, you basically just, you'll see how you're gonna look on camera and test your mic and do all that before you go live. And then when you click the Enter Broadcast Studio button, you're taken into StreamYard, which may look a little intimidating at first, but it gives you a lot of control over your live broadcast. So as you can see here, you can share your screen, you can bring up viewer comments, you can add lower thirds, like little announcements or links or things like that. And you can see in the upper right that in this particular case, I was going live to Facebook and YouTube at the same time. And you're not actually going live until you hit that go live button. So StreamYard is really helpful in terms of, taking, full control of your live video and being able to sort of produce it on the fly. OneStream Live is another tool that I use for repurposing, because this takes your live videos and again, distributes them over several different platforms, or it takes any video and posts it as if it is live. Now, I'm not trying to mislead anyone or pretend that a video is live. But again, if I'm going to be away and I want to do a video Tuesday at 2 p.m., I can pre-schedule it with OneStream Live and see that it goes out to all my different platforms. And again, there are tons of platforms that it will distribute your video to. So in terms of repurposing your videos, and again, once you've gone to the trouble of creating a video live or pre-recorded, you can repurpose it and get it out to a number of different platforms without having to go to each one individually. Again, if I go to OneStream Live, I can see here that I had a video and it's pre-scheduled for 2 p.m. at this point. And I can see that it's going to different Facebook groups. I have several different Facebook groups. I can see that it may be going to LinkedIn or YouTube. So again, it's just a way to automate your videos and save yourself time and sort of basically be 2 places or 3 places at once. Cindy, I'm going to stop here real quick to see if there are any questions or comments. I got to pull up the chat here so I can see. And yeah, so let me just, if you want to unmute, if there are any questions at this point, I'll keep rolling along here, but I just wanted to stop for a moment and see if everything's going okay. You can hear me.
Can you add something real quick? And I'm really calling you off guard. Remember in the last training,
Yep.
where these agents could be using a tool to get reviews. I know that it has, we're not talking about this, but can you add that just even without a screen, just so they know about it?
I think it's if you're looking to get testimonials for videos like that.
If you're getting testimonials, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It was either SendSpark or warmwelcome.com. SendSpark and Warm Welcome are video email tools, and you can request feedback or testimonials, and it makes it very easy for your, the person you're asking to do it, because they don't have to download any special software. They can just click right on the links in. And again, I can't recall. I think both of them do it, but it's either SendSpark.com or warmwelcome.com.
Yeah, I think it was maybe even both of them. But
yeah.
Anyway, and then a question, how do you get people to watch?
Again, there's 2 ways you can do that. You can pre-promote it, or basically let people know that it's coming up. I might say, hey, I'm doing a live video Thursday at 2 p.m. So join us on Facebook or LinkedIn. The other way is when you repurpose it and get it out to all these different platforms, you're giving your viewers numerous chances to find it and see it based on, where they may be watching. So the one way is to basically put it in as many places as possible so that they see it. And the other way is really just to pre-promote it and let people know that it's coming and that it's happening. There is one other tool called Restream, which I don't use, but it does the same as the others, basically, in terms of letting you repurpose and rebroadcast your videos. The great thing about doing a video like on Facebook Live or really any platform is you can then distribute it to other platforms as well, even if you don't have one of those repurposing softwares. You can upload it to YouTube, you can put it on your own blog, you can send it out in an email, you can upload it to LinkedIn. But again, if I have a tool such as live stream, I can send it to all those places without having to upload each and every time to all these platforms. I want to talk a little bit about LinkedIn Live as well, because it's really a powerful way to reach colleagues and business people. It's a very powerful B2B platform. It's not that difficult to go live on LinkedIn if you're using a platform like StreamYard. And I'm just going to walk you through, why I'm sort of high on doing LinkedIn Live as well as Facebook Live. LinkedIn Live videos, as opposed to pre-recorded videos, get 24 times more comments, 7 times more reactions, and 62% of companies say that they plan to adopt live broadcasting in the future. 73% of B2B marketers say that it positively impacts their ROI. So there are plenty of good reasons to go live on LinkedIn, not to mention 82% of people on LinkedIn would rather watch a live video than read a social post. And 74% of viewers claim that real-time interaction leads to better understanding of products and brands. That goes back to that personalization trend. And again, good old millennials, 63% of millennials regularly watch live streams. LinkedIn has 774 million users, and 40% of them are logging on to LinkedIn every day. I often think of, LinkedIn is sort of seen as the poor stepchild to YouTube and Facebook, but it's really powerful. It's almost like a sleeping giant. They have 46 million B2B decision makers, 17 million opinion leaders. Again, most of the folks on LinkedIn are affluent. So again, it's a great way to find potential buyers and sellers. And they are, well, this doesn't necessarily help realtors, but they are in all across the world in several countries. And again, for 94% of business to business marketers, LinkedIn's the first channel that they use when they want to distribute content to various social media sites. So it's the first stop for many folks in business and corporate. If you want to do LinkedIn Live, you actually have to apply to get LinkedIn Live, unlike Facebook, where you just have it automatically. So all you have to do to get started is apply for LinkedIn Live. You choose your broadcaster tool, which again, I use StreamYard for that because it's much easier to do it that way. And then you basically connect StreamYard to LinkedIn, which is really an easy thing that you only need to do once. So if you go to LinkedIn and search LinkedIn Live, you'll see that there's just an apply now button. So they're really rolling it out to a lot of folks. At first, it was kind of hard to get into LinkedIn, but it shouldn't be that difficult if you're already on LinkedIn to get LinkedIn Live. And then the only other thing you have to do sort of behind the scenes is turn on something called creator mode. In order to once you've got permission to go live, you turn on that toggle, that creator mode button. Again, you can find it if you do a search for creator tools, you can find it there as well. And then you just click your creator mode and you'll have the ability to do live video. It's actually easier than it looks, but if you can see here, I have creator mode turned on under creator tools. And once I turn on creator mode, I have the ability to do LinkedIn Live, and I have the ability to do a newsletter, which I do weekly on LinkedIn. I post basically an article every week there. So once you've got your LinkedIn Live, you choose a streaming tool like Restream or StreamYard or Vimeo. For whatever reason, it is very difficult to go live if you start with LinkedIn. It is so much easier to go live if you have a third-party streaming tool like StreamYard, which is the one I recommend, but you can also use Restream, Vimeo, Switcher Studio, but LinkedIn Live works the best and easiest when you do use one of those third-party tools. Again, I recommend StreamYard because it's the simplest to use and very affordable. Like any live video, when you go live, you want to, even though it's sort of in the moment, you want to be prepared and have a pretty good idea of what you're going to talk about. You don't have to have a script. You don't want to be too scripted because people want that authenticity. Consistency, again, whether you go live once a month or once a week, that helps you sort of set the tone. And again, it's not the end of the world if you, something crashes or something goes wrong. People pretty much expect, they don't necessarily expect it all to be smooth sailing, especially the first time around. LinkedIn says don't go live more than once a day. If you are going to go live on LinkedIn, try to do it at the same time each week. LinkedIn, everybody sells online, but LinkedIn says you shouldn't really do too much over the top selling. They don't want you to, again, they don't want you to wait. They don't want you to say, I'm going to wait till more people get here. They don't want a coming soon screen. They want you to jump right in and do it. And again, like Facebook Live, LinkedIn Live recommends that you go live for 10 to 15 minutes or more. I see Sherry has a question about offering transcripts when you resend and repurpose your video, and that's a great idea. The more ways you can give people to consume your content, audio, video, writing, the better. And a lot of transcription services like rev.com will give you a pretty quick and affordable transcript. So yes, when you're resending or when you're repurposing, if you can include a transcript, that's always helpful. Again, as they say, don't go live more than once a day. If you do get permission, or when you do get permission to go live on LinkedIn, don't wait, because if you don't go live within the first 60 days of access, they may pull the plug on you. Excuse me, I'm starting to lose my voice. Stream longer than 10 minutes. Again, stream shorter than 10 to 15 minutes don't allow your audience enough time to grow and interact. Again, I use StreamYard to go to LinkedIn because I only have to connect it once, and then I have the ability to go live to my LinkedIn page, excuse me, or my LinkedIn profile. Once you have StreamYard, and you can see here is where I connect it to my LinkedIn profile. You only have to do this once. So as you can see here, I have numerous Facebook groups. I can go live to any one of those. I can go live to YouTube. I can go live to Twitter. And in this case, I've selected LinkedIn, that when I do my StreamYard live video, I'm going to go live to LinkedIn. In this case, again, you can set it up ahead of time and then just jump back in when you want to go live. So here I've got, in this case, I had scheduled a live video on January 19th at 1 p.m. And I had it set up to go live to Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. You can see the little icons down here. Once I'm ready to do that, I just enter the studio and I go live. So I've created my broadcast. I can actually create it ahead of time. I can invite guests ahead of time. I could send people a link and say, hey, join me on this live broadcast. Again, that's for people who are going to be on screen with you, not for people who are watching. And you can even, once you're in there, you can view it on Facebook or LinkedIn. So here you can see this video, this live video was scheduled for January 16th at 1 p.m. At that time, or actually 5 minutes before, I went in and clicked Enter Studio, and I was ready to go. I can test my mic and camera before I go into the studio. I can put a display name. So I just click Enter Studio, and then I'm right back into StreamYard, going live to LinkedIn. You can see on the upper right here, I've got LinkedIn selected as one of the platforms where I'm going to go live. In this case, I can share my screen. I can be on screen with the screen. So like if I wanted to show slides on LinkedIn Live, I could totally do that. I can make myself bigger on screen. I can make the screen smaller. So again, the benefit of StreamYard when you're doing live is you have all these, all this flexibility. Again, I can have my logo in here. I can have a lower third that goes to a web page. And, you know, most of it is set up ahead of time. So when I'm go live, I just have to go over here and click this lower third or add this screen. So it's really not very complicated because most of it is being set up ahead of time. And again, I'm giving viewers different options for finding the video because I'm going live to Facebook, LinkedIn, and in this case, Twitter. And you're never actually live until you hit the blue go live button in the upper right. Again, once you do that, you can see that I can share my screen, I can share slides, I can see viewer comments, I can be on screen with my slides, or see down here, you've got, I can be on screen with other people, I can share my screen. So you have a ton of flexibility when you're doing your live video to really make it look a lot more professional on the fly while you're doing your live video. StreamYard is $20 a month. That's the one that I use. So it's not going to break the bank in most cases, especially if you're going live more than once a month. It may be worthwhile. Restream is another option, which is a little bit more expensive, but again, it depends on the platform that you like. And again, you know, when you're doing live videos, it's really anything goes. You can do ask me anythings, guest interviews, panel discussions. You can share company news or new listings news. Behind the scenes, again, a very popular content for live videos. So there's no one right or wrong way to do it. It really is meant to be flexible and meant to just, you know, work for you. Cindy asked if the link here was clickable on screen. This particular one is not. Someone would have to go in and put it into the chat. So that's the only drawback, is that's not a clickable link, but you do have the ability to promote pretty much whatever you want while you're going live. LinkedIn gives you several content samples. In this case, these are very B2B corporate oriented, but you can interview guests, you can do demos, you can promote an event. You know, you can do LinkedIn Live to promote your next LinkedIn Live. If you want to, you can also add an event to go live on Facebook. I'm sorry, on LinkedIn. So again, this is, you can do it this way, but I prefer to use StreamYard. I find it to be a lot easier, but you can create an event to create a live broadcast. So some folks prefer to create events. And this is, again, just another way to launch a live video in LinkedIn. You create your event, and then you tell LinkedIn that this particular event is going to be a LinkedIn live event. So that's another way to start the live event. Here you can see, you can, you know, put in all your information ahead of time and schedule it for a specific time. And then once you're ready to go live, in this case, I created an event, and I can invite people to the event. I can edit it, I can manage it. In this case, it was going to be January 19th at 1 p.m. So this is an alternative to StreamYard, another way to go live. Once you're done with your video, you want to make sure that you download the recording so that you can repurpose it and use it on other platforms. Again, if you've gone live to Facebook or LinkedIn, you can upload that video to YouTube. You can take that 10 or 15 minute and cut it into smaller clips if you want. So it's very repurposable, and you can use that content really over and over again. Again, I want to see if there are any questions at this point before we get to, Cindy says, remember to invite your database and they'll really start to feel connected and remember you. So yes, when you're doing a live video, it doesn't mean you just, you know, basically you can just show up and go live, but you really want to pre-promote it and let folks know, hey, I'm going live Thursday on Facebook and I'm going to be answering your questions live. So the more you promote it ahead of time, obviously the more people will hopefully show up for it. So basically you tell folks you're going to do the live video, you do the live video, and then you repurpose the live video and again, you know, give them even another additional chance to see it if they missed it while they were live. And again, the first step for LinkedIn Live which Shah asked, is to apply for LinkedIn Live. After you've applied and gotten permission to do it, I would recommend that you get the StreamYard platform or use StreamYard. Again, if you don't like it, you don't, it's $20 a month, so you stop using it or keep using it. I've been using it for 4 or 5 years and I love it. And you can go live to LinkedIn or Facebook or both from StreamYard. Let me see if I have that link before I think it was, I had an affiliate link for StreamYard. I go back here to find it. I zip through all my slides here. Sorry about that. That's LinkedIn.
You can also send it to me and I'll send it to them.
Okay. Yep. So, yeah, I don't have the link on here. But in any event, the other thing I wanted to remind you about, which we talked about briefly at the beginning, is if you are looking for ideas for live videos or really for any videos, these video content cards are a great way to do that. There's an instant download. It's 27 bucks. I'll give Cindy the link, which she sent to you, because this link is rather long and a little hard to copy down. But again, there are 31 different ideas in there. So you really can do, video a day for a month or 30 weeks worth of videos if you're doing it each week. You basically just, pull a card and say, here's what I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to talk about the best advice I ever got, or the worst advice I ever got. So it's just a great way to give you some prompts and thought starters for your video ideas. And the other thing that Cindy mentioned, which is ongoing, is the masterclass on video. This is basically a really kind of everything you ever wanted to know about video in a very simple step-by-step way. It's an on-demand class, so it's available anytime, 24/7, lifetime access. It's a 6-part masterclass. I'm actually doing it live right now, and we're on week 3. And for Cindy and her folks, I've made it, you don't have to enter any codes or anything. I've made it $4.99 instead of $9.97. We talk about getting started. We talk about how to make videos quickly and easily. We also cover your goals, your strategy, finding the right content and what to say on camera, how to systemize and automate for video consistency using tools like StreamYard. We go over a lot of other low-cost tools and resources, what cameras, what microphones, etc. We also cover how to get past camera shyness and be more confident on camera, and basically make better videos without all the time and hassle. And you can find that at loubortone.com/CB for Cindy Bishop. So that's what I have for you today. I'm happy to answer questions. You may hear Rocco the pug barking in the background. He's getting a little restless, but I apologize.
Love hearing him. I want to just say something, because I've coached for years, and one thing that no one does enough of is tapping into helping your database. Your database, they have jobs, they have businesses, they have all kinds of stuff going on. And if you all send out an email to them or maybe you just ask the questions when you get to know them, what do they do for a living? What inspires them? Maybe they're part of a club that is like the Shriners or something where it helps people. You could have them as a video guest, and they really appreciate that visibility you're giving them. Think about things other than advertising your real estate business. Everybody gets kind of sick of that, and a lot of people do videos on, like house videos, but treat it as a learning event. How did somebody just renovate their kitchen? Who would have thought of doing this? And then the person that did it could get a little bit of press, and everybody's looking for a source that's reliable and isn't going to screw up. So you'll get a lot of help that way. And if you help enough other people get what they want, Zig Ziglar used to always tell me, you're going to get what you want. So I think that those are some good ideas. I love the video cards though, because that would have helped me a lot over the years in coaching, because they get stuck on, I mean, I can always come up with ideas for them, but
I
the
thought there was
truth is,
71 ideas. I'm sorry, Cindy, there's 52 ideas, like a
right?
regular project.
Unbelievable. I mean, it's tremendous. And 27 bucks, I can't believe you're selling it for that. That's great. So anyway, does anybody have any questions? Now's your time.
Yep. And Charles has a question about tapping into people who don't know you. Newspaper advertising, Facebook advertising. I am not a big fan of ads. I'd much rather get the traffic organically. And again, I do that with live video. I had an optometrist from the UK contact me the other day, and I'm like, how did you find me? And she's like, I saw one of your Facebook lives. I'm like, okay. So halfway across the world, an optometrist. For realtors, this can be really powerful if you set yourself up as a resource. Maybe it's like, okay, how do you, if there are multiple offers, how do you make yours stand out? Whatever kind of advice you want to share on video, in a live video. If you become, like Cindy says, if you become that resource and that go-to person for them, when they know someone, whether it's them or someone else who's buying or selling, you're going to be top of mind and be the first person they think of. And again, I can't really speak to newspaper advertising because I don't really, I don't use that platform. Anything else, Cindy?
Nope. Other than I will send you guys this offer one more time that came in your email, the email marketing system that we have. Maybe I'll put it in email because I don't want you to miss out. I don't want you to call me next week and say, hey, I missed out on that, because you really did. So anyway, that's pretty much it, Lou. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Again.
And stop my screen and see if there's any other questions here. I know that's a lot. I think you do a replay. Is that right, Cindy?
Well, I put it, I don't so much anymore.
Yeah.
It depends on, it gets a little tedious, but
Right.
those people that are in my membership portal, I do
Yep.
put stuff like this in there. So,
Oh, great. Okay.
yeah, so they can go in there. Plus it protects.
Well, I know it's a lot of info, but the thing, if there's one thing I could leave you with, is that if you just get started, especially with live video, it's kind of the low hanging fruit. It's very simple, and probably the easiest way to get started with any kind of video is to do live video. The bar is not high. The expectations are very reasonable. And I just think you should jump into it. And again, I think, let me put that link.
Well, I'm going to send it to them.
For the masterclass, because somebody said they wanted to do it.
Yeah, Shaw does, and that's a smart thing to want to do, because that's an extraordinary class. I mean, if you don't, even if you knew something right now, or you knew a lot, you'll find out what you really don't know. I was very humbled by some of this training. So.
Oh, thank you. And again, I appreciate your time. I appreciate the opportunity to speak with you all. So I hope you have a great rest of the week, and I hope to have the chance to talk to you all again soon.
Already. Hey, are you giving some kind of, didn't you tell me with that marketing, the masterclass, you're also doing a private session with people?
Yes, not for
okay.
everybody, just for your folks.
Oh, just for my folks. Isn't that nice? He has no time to do this. Okay, guys. So that's really nice. I didn't realize it was just my folks, but yeah. Take advantage of it, because that's one-on-one with him is really valuable. I've done some of those sessions. So, all right, guys, you all have a good day. Thanks again, Lou.
Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.